Hi, I'm Shay Boloor. We're going to talk about one of my highest conviction themes out there, and that is drones. I think this is going to be one of the best areas to have exposure in if you are bullish on the autonomy space, especially physical AI, not just over the course of the next couple years, but couple decades. And I do think that there is somewhat of an urgency for me to get exposure into this theme because I have a feeling Anduril is going to go public next year. And I think if you are part of the space trade of 2026. You saw what a SpaceX IPO can do for all the space adjacent names out there in the stock market. I do think that next year, when Anduril goes public at potentially a 250, $300 billion valuation, it's going to be the hottest IPO of the 2027 year. And I think that it's going to cause a re-rating across the bucket. I also think that thematically, drones and autonomous defense are becoming one of the more important investment themes because the winners aren't fully settled yet. We're at this very fluid stage of that thematic where we're seeing multiple forces hit at the same time. We have the US pushing harder for drone dominance, demand for loitering munitions rising. The wars in Iran and Ukraine have highlighted how important it is to have cheap, scalable, precise drone systems that can be easily accessible just because counter drone technology is becoming a very major part of the national security priority, not just across the military bases, but also across borders, airports, data centers, warehouses, and major events. So my approach towards this kind of thematic that's this early isn't to make one single name a large majority of my investments because we are still way too early. I like to get exposure across multiple layers of the drone value chain, and I'll let the strongest companies earn more capital over time. Again, the goal isn't to own the stack with one name. It's to let the leaders kind of be sorted out by execution and market opportunity. And we'll see who executes the best and who becomes somewhat the Palantir of my drone bucket. Yeah, so let's get into the three names I want to talk about that I am most bullish on in this space. The first is AeroVironment. Ticker is AVAV. For those unfamiliar, this company is trying to turn the rise of loitering munitions and tactical drones into an actual scale defense platform. The best way to think about what this specific company does is they make the actual flying weapons. That includes the Switchblade loitering munitions. That includes the small tactical UASs. Both of those are being more increasingly used in modern warfare, and that matters because the defense bottleneck right now is shifting from building these expensive legacy platforms to producing cheap, scalable, and precise systems that can be used in volume. Ukraine and the Iran war have shown how drones are no longer just surveillance tools. They're becoming consumable weapons that can change the economics of the battlefield. So AeroVironment's like advantages kind of directly in the weapon layer. They're not just enabling the drone market from the side. I do think it's important to call out they do make the drones and loitering munition that can actually get launched, used, and replaced. They also have a large Switchblade backlog, which shows that demands are returning to real orders. So it's not much of a narrative. Like, we're seeing demand right now and it's flowing through their backlog. So the reason I'm bullish on this name and why I own this name is because my thesis is modern warfare keeps moving towards cheaper, scalable drone systems. Every new conflict that we're going to see, I think, is going to highlight that. I also think that defense budget increase in drone procurement cycles can potentially be a tailwind or another demand driver for AeroVironment. And that's why it's one of the key anchors of my drone thematic. Let's get to the second name, Kratos. If you guys aren't familiar with Kratos, they are turning unmanned aircraft into a bigger part of the future defense stack. The best way to think about it is Kratos gives me exposure to the higher end unmanned systems, tactical jet drones, target drones, propulsions, and the broader defense programs, including the Valkyrie class platforms. This all matters because the drone market isn't just about small kamikaze drones. Like, it is also about higher end aircraft layer where militaries are looking at unmanned systems that can train against fighter jets, fly alongside the manned aircraft, and also eventually take on missions that used to require more expensive platforms. So Kratos' advantage kind of sits in that premium unmanned aircraft layer. It's not the same bet as AeroVironment because AeroVironment is much more about the tactical drones, loitering munitions, being consumed in volume, while Kratos is more about the program-driven defense spending, larger unmanned systems, and the future of loyal wingman style aircrafts. The thesis on why I own this position again is the future of defense includes a lot more unmanned aircraft operating alongside traditional platforms. So Kratos kind of gives me that exposure to the higher end part of the market. And I really do like owning it next to AeroVironment because one gives me the expendable weapon layer while the other gives me the aircraft and major program layer. So I get the best of both worlds. The third name is the first drone name I actually ever bought for this thematic. I bought it, started buying it under $1 a couple years ago, and that is Ondas. Ondas is trying to turn autonomous drone operations into real infrastructure. This is one of the probably retail's favorite exposure towards the drone thematic. For those who are unfamiliar with what Ondas does, they essentially give exposure to the drone in a box system, autonomous drone networks, counter drone technology, and the software and infrastructure layer that helps drones operate with less human involvement. Again, that last part is really important because the next phase of the drone market isn't just about who builds the drones. It's actually a lot more about who can launch drones automatically, manage the fleet, secure facilities, inspect infrastructure, protect borders, and detect or stop enemy drones across defense, public safety, and industrial markets. So Ondas's advantage is kind of closer to the autonomy and infrastructure layer. It's not the established defense platforms like AeroVironment or Kratos is, which makes it somewhat higher risk, but it also gives me its exposure to a different part of that drone stack. Because if drones become more automated and counter drone systems become a bigger priority, Ondas could benefit from the build out of that operating layer. So those are my top three names that I am most bullish on in the drone thematic. The common thread across all three is autonomous defense is becoming one of the next major infrastructure layers of modern warfare, especially with that physical AI lens. AeroVironment is essentially the weapons layer. Kratos is essentially the aircraft layer. And Ondas is essentially the autonomy layer. That's why I think the drone trade is a little too early to pick one winner. I think that I'm going to create a bucket of 5 or 6 names. The next winners are essentially going to be the companies that solve that cost, scale, autonomy, and deployment problem. And execution is going to determine who's going to be that big winner in this thematic as drone warfare evolves.